Hello, and thank you for attending the Builders First Source session of the Workforce Flathead Opportunities Fair. We are glad to have you with us today on this virtual platform. I am Jody Smith, the Workforce Training Director in the Continuing Education Center at Flathead Valley Community College, and I get to be your moderator for our panel today. A few housekeeping items first. All of the Opportunity Fair webinars this month are being recorded and will be posted on both the workforceflathead.com website, as well as the Job Service Kalispell's YouTube channel to look for all of the videos there. We will save some time at the end of this session to answer any questions that you may have, so please feel free to enter those into the Q&A at the bottom of your screen that you should see there. And lastly, we will share the employer contact information right at the conclusion of this webinar, so please be sure to look at that. I think my Friday tongue has gotten a little blurry. All right, today we are thrilled to have both Blake Maynard and John Conklin here with Builders First Source to tell us a little bit more about your company, the positions that you might be looking for, and what opportunities that there may be. So I will turn it over to you all.
All right, thanks for having us. I'm Blake Maynard with Builders First Source here in the lumberyard. And
I'm John Conklin, and I'm Builders First Source, formerly BMC, and I'm the oversee the door trim side of the business.
And common knowledge in our industry right now is that we have just completed or kind of entering into this merger with BMC, but not so common knowledge outside of our industry that our two companies have merged just recently here at the beginning of the year. So we've got a little video PowerPoint slide that kind of talks about that. We'll set that in motion, and then we'll just we'll kind of talk about the businesses that we're running, and then get into the current open positions and future opportunity that exists with our organization. So we'll start with the video.
Wonderful.
It's getting there. I have a slow connection apparently.
Helps with our anticipation.
Yeah.
Oh boy, there we go.
A new moment in home building has arrived. Builders First Source and BMC have joined forces to create the premier supplier of building materials and services. Our goal is to be the best and leverage the nation's largest distribution and manufacturing footprint to transform the home building industry. Together, we will deliver exceptional service and innovative solutions to help customers build easier, make the dream of home ownership more achievable, and accelerate the improvement of building efficiency, job site safety, and sustainability. We are ready to partner with you to shape the future of home building, a future that favors innovation over tradition and allows you to combine our decades of experience with new products and processes that will optimize your budget, bottom line, and business model. Welcome to the new Builders First Source, where national reach meets local expertise. The future of better building starts now.
Okay, let's get that out of here. Okay, are we still on?
Yes, sounding good and looking good.
Okay, so that video is just a small sample of what our company offers nationally, but here more locally. we've got the lumberyard side of things, which, really will supply anything, any project, whether it's, remodeling a shed in your backyard to, building multifamily apartments and complexes to, commercial projects. So, and then with the addition of BMC West, I'll let John speak to a little bit more about the offerings of his side of the business and how we can.
So with us merging, we've added a lot of additional products. So door hanging shop. So we can do anything you really want to do with doors, trim, hardware. In addition, we have a truss plant, door and wall plant, and designers that will work with the customer or the builder to get that done. So lots of different, with everything we have now, we have everything the customer could need. So
in addition to supplying lumber and the door side of the business, we are, with our footprint and our national reach, if you will, we also have a truss facility in Missoula that is currently sending trusses to our market. And then we also manufacture wall panels in a plant here that is in Kalispell, south of town, that is extremely busy. So with a little bit about what we offer and what we do, that kind of gives a little background there. As far as who we are looking for and what positions, name it. Really, I mean, if there's talent out there, we definitely want to look at anybody that's got previous building trades experience, whether it's practical on the job experience, or if it's in a learning environment out of high school or college, drafting, design, estimating, etc. Those are all job duties and descriptions that fit into what we do. Even administrative, we've got to pay the bills and pay the vendors and do payroll, etc. So we're pretty complete as far as what we're looking for in general. So after that, more immediately and locally in the lumberyard side of things, I currently have 2 openings for yard help, one opening for a driver, commercial driver, and then 2 openings for inside sales support. And I'll just briefly jump into kind of a brief job description or responsibilities of those. First, the yard worker, probably the best place anybody that has a career-minded aspiration of being in this building industry. The yard worker position is probably the best entry-level position for someone to jump into this industry, learn the products, learn the application from a kind of just a material handler side of point of view, and then serves a need that we have, but it also helps them build on a future. Some of our best salespeople today all started as yard helpers. So it's a great place to get in. They help with delivery. They help in the yard with inventory, rotating inventory, loading trucks, loading customers, unloading trucks, putting inventory away, kind of the grassroots, get your hands dirty, work good outdoor, sometimes strenuous work, but a great place to start. The driver position, a lot of yard guys transition into drivers, but a driver position kind of builds on that and takes that material and with care and safety in mind. They typically develop a relationship with our customers, getting them material to the job site the way they want it, delivered on site, and quick turnaround, get back to the yard so we can do it again. Sense of urgency is a characteristic that I like to use in our day-to-day business. If we're usually not waiting around for something else to do. It's already there. We're always playing catch up or trying to get ahead. So we move quick, and we try to move quick, doing it safely and without damaging product as well. So,
Blake?
And then on the inside of things, if you will, with our inside sales support, maybe somebody doesn't want to work outside in the elements, but this is definitely an entry-level position for someone that's got basic construction knowledge, a good attitude, willing to learn. I wouldn't say we actually have a training book, if you will. 95% of our training will be on the job. We're going to help you with the experience that we have, and with our support of our vendors and the support of our national reach, if you will, that we can get you to the right training based on the products that we use and how they're applied in our immediate market. So knowing everything about the lumber business is not a prerequisite. Basic construction knowledge is helpful. The right attitude to learn and be taught is probably more important than your level of experience for that position. So 2 of those, 2 yard workers, 1 driver currently right now. So if there's something there that interests you on the lumberyard side of things, feel free to give me a call or contact me at the store, and I can set up an interview very quickly.
Would you mind going ahead and pulling up your benefits slide again, just to let people have it? I know I was focused on you, and so I thought, well, maybe if others were, they might give them a chance to look at that again too.
You bet. I'll just leave that up.
Perfect. Thank you. I just thought that sometimes can be helpful. And
Sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt you if you were going to switch back to John there too. Or not.
Yeah. So on the door and millwork side, it's we're looking for really a lot of the same thing Blake had mentioned, but one thing we do different is we do production. So we start people in our shop as one of the spots. We're actually looking for 2 people, and what they'll be doing is they're using a lot of saws and routers, and so safety is really important, but it's a great place to start. And it's a busy day, a lot of meeting timelines and everything, but you're working with a group of people to get the job done, and we really we train you on site, so there doesn't have to be any woodworking skills or anything like that ahead of time. We'll train you and ease you into that. The other position, we're looking for a couple positions. One is a warehouse, and that's putting material away, loading trucks. A lot of what we do with the door side is there's a lot of lifting and everything like that. So there is a little more manual labor with that side of it. But it's a great starting place to go in a lot of different directions. And then we are looking for a driver. The difference with us is you don't have to have a CDL with our trucks. They're box vans. And so what we're looking for there is a hard worker and someone with a clean driving record. So we're looking for those positions. Then we're also looking for counter sales. And what those people are going to do, or they're going to help customers that come in, write up orders, and really construction background is good, but everything we do, we train, so we can really teach you and to be able to do that job good. The one thing I do want to say is with the merger of our two companies, really starting off, in a position, in the shop or in the yard, at the lumber yard, you have a lot of different avenues that you can go to. So it's really a good opportunity for a career. And as you see with the benefits on there, really an employee can get a lot with their employment here, with time off, holiday pay, and all the added benefits that you see on that screen.
Super. Would you mind switching to your next slide too? Again, I thought those quotes were looking wonderful that you had there. And I know sometimes people will be interested in summer or seasonal positions. Are those ever an opportunity with you all?
On occasion, we're really in an environment right now in our industry that we're in an unknown, not so much in our industry, but but in our market, in our area, the pace is at such a accelerated rate right now. We don't know what it's going to look like in a year to 2 years.
That's going to maintain at that same level.
Yeah. So that's hard to answer. I typically, from my experience, summer help, like say college kids or high school kids that are out of school. High school kids would be tough unless they're 18 or older. Drivers need to be 21 or older. But the times that they can help us don't coincide with our typical busy cycle. So just about the time we get someone trained up and, they're really a benefit to us, they go back to school. So, but somebody that wasn't in school that, really didn't want a full-time job, that wanted to work from, say, mid-May to end of October, I would definitely consider any options out there for a part-time person. It would be seasonal, if you will. I mean, they would still get 40 plus hours a week, but I guess I've found in my experience or my history that you don't get the buy-in that I would like to see from an employee. And that's why I think we have a good retention that we do. All but one of the positions that I just mentioned for the lumberyard side of things are all growth positions. So full-time permanent employees, they're accountable for what they do. They have buy-in. They're part of a small group of people that really take pride in what they do. I don't, from my experience as a manager here, I'm not running around policing employees to do the right thing, because I have a great crew of employees that hold each other accountable, if that makes sense.
It's appealing to want to be a part of. So thank you.
Yes, yeah. So, and like John mentioned, the advancement opportunity right now is the best I have ever seen it in our industry. I mean, John and I have both 25 plus years. I am the stereotypical start in the lumber yard in 1995 for just a job when I got out of the Air Force, and it wasn't a career path that I'd ever thought I would ever be in, and here I am now 25 years later, managing one of the best lumber yards, I think, in the state. You know, so, and we're local. We've got great partners in the state. I've been fortunate to, I've worked in Butte, I've worked in Great Falls. The opportunities are really endless now that you throw the national reach that we have in with our company. We're in 40 plus states. We have 26,000 employees, 550 locations. So you want to try something in Florida, we can transfer you to Florida too. So,
well, you all have given us a breadth of information, and it does sound like a lot of wonderful career opportunities there. That does bring to a closure our time. We didn't have any other specific Q&A questions there, but any final comment quickly that either of you have before we wrap up? Otherwise, pointing out to everybody that your contact information is there for the website to go to as well.
that's it for me. I was really surprised we took 20 minutes.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
We appreciate it. Take care. Bye.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.